Yeah, so the Clintons and all of the Democrats that ever manage a war, you know how they want to run the whole thing from the White House because they are all worried about their image. So they micromanage the war. They micromanage everything. Remember how they told Clinton that bin Laden was in Sudan, just open, free for the taking, up for grabs. And they said, oh no thank you, we don't have nothing we can get him on. I guarantee you somebody notified Obama himself, peace be upon him. And he said, oh, don't worry about this. Talk to the kid when he gets off the plane. Because, he thinks that this is a kid, and he looks at those people as these folks. They're folks too. He possibly better folks than ourselves, the American people. Somebody notified him, whether it was an American in intelligence, Homeland Security, whether it was somebody from the airlines, somebody from Amsterdam, somebody from Homeland Security. Of course, they had to go up through all the proper channels. They couldn't just get to the White House. They notified their boss notified their boss, and so on and so on and so on. The airlines probably notified Customs, and Customs probably notified Homeland Security, and Homeland Security notified, Janet Napolitano. Everybody did their job. There was a systemic failure. It was the fucking top of the system. The President of the United States said, oh, don't worry about it. We don't have nothing on this guy. He's on the terror watch list, but he's not on a no-fly list. Did the bomb detectors go up? No, sir. Did the dog sniff anything? No, sir. All right, then. Let him go. And debrief him when he gets to Detroit. Yes, sir. That's what happened. Barack Obama said, don't worry about it. Since then, you've been hearing all about Yemen this and Yemen that. Since Obama's little speech on the 7th of January, 2010, the one where he wore the tie finally. He says, Al-Qaeda, that's who we're at war with. Al-Qaeda, a network of violence and hate. By saying we are at war with Al-Qaeda. Like it was Al-Qaeda and Al-Qaeda only. We're not at war with Pakistan. We're not at war with Taliban. We're not at war with Afghanistan. We're not at war with Iran. The Islamic Republic of Iran. We're not at war with Yemen, although we are at war with Al-Qaeda in the Arab Peninsula, which is kind of like some new thing that they made up, like Al-Qaeda in Iraq. Al-Qaeda in Iraq is Iran, okay? Especially Fox News came up sometime late last year showing satellite photos of where the bin Laden family stays in Tehran. Tehran. How do I say it, Barack Obama? You tell me the correct way to pronounce it. And another thing, you heard that Mutalab kid's name. The way he first pronounced it on the first speech without a tie or the second speech without a tie. He intentionally mispronounced the name. He had that name, he heard that name 300 times before he made that speech. And he intentionally mispronounced it. He's always, so adamant about pronouncing Arab and Muslim pronunciations correctly. What was I going to say before I said all that? Obama said no. If the kid would have been successful, or that is if Obama would have been successful and the kid would have been successful, the plane would have blown up. There would have been 300 dead passengers and crew. This is what we know so far. Like Bill Cosby there, me and my brother Russell, I slept with. Back in Philadelphia in the good old days, way back when, with Fat Albert and old Weird Harold and Bucky. Hey, baby. If the plane would be blown up over deep Detroit, Boxer City, nobody would have ever heard a fucking thing about oh yeah, they got then, oh, it gets better, or it gets worse, depending on if you want Obama to succeed or not. By Napolitano and, I forget the other guy's name. I think it was Brennan. He said that now Al-Qaeda is able to reach America with explosives from Saudi Arabia, and they don't need a crew of guys like they did in 9/11 to do it. They can do it with one guy, okay? What does that mean exactly? If they can cause a lot of extensive damage and a catastrophe and a calamity and a crisis, if they can manufacture a crisis for Obama, what would constitute that? One guy blowing up over a city and, the parts flying all down all over the city. That could be very bad. That could be very bad. Bill O'Reilly discounted it the other night on his show where, Bush had Al-Qaeda reduced to this. It's pretty petty and pathetic. That's what O'Reilly said. But I think they're fooling us. He's wrong. He's wrong. Look at the chaos that this one guy, this one incident has caused. And I can't help but feel that there have already been incidents like this that the Bush administration managed to alleviate and make go away and just send the guy straight to Gitmo. They've caused all this chaos in all these airports, and now all the innocent Americans are suffering. And all the guilty, radical Islamic terrorists that Obama prefers not to define these assholes as, who is our enemy. These guys are all now getting the conventional American born in the USA type of criminal treatment. As if somebody who robbed a liquor store, somebody who stole a car is as if they should be afforded rights and we have to prove to them why they're guilty, even though we caught them in the act. Catch them on the battlefield, catch them with a bomb belt on, catch them with a bomb in their underwear, catch them already on the terror watch list. They've already been to, Al-Qaeda boot camp. They're holding a machine gun and, they just aimed it at us. That's why we caught them, because that's where the bullets were coming from. We have to, prove everything. You know what? It works out perfect for these people. They're going to send more Al-Qaedas into this country in this way, and they'll be captured and they'll fill up the jails. They're going to overwhelm the prison system. Okay? Now, of course, because of equal opportunity, they're going to have to hire Arab prison guards and Muslim prison guards. And these guys are going to all get together with the American Muslims. And we're going to have a big Muslim army in the jail. We're going to have a big Muslim army outside the jail that's going to get them out of the jail and into the streets. Okay? And they're going to continue their jihad from here. These people have forever. Janet Napolitano said that she was amazed by their endurance, by their stick-to-itiveness, by their unwillingness to give up. She must not have religion, because she has no concept of eternity. She has a concept of her 70-year lifespan, and that'll be that, I believe. She has no concept of the Jewish and Christian and Muslim faith where God has been there forever and will be there forever, and we will be with him someday. This is forever. She has no concept of forever, whereas these Muslims, our enemy, have a concept of forever. They have forever to get this done for their God. Okay, and they're just take it one day at a time. They will never stop unless you destroy them. Until there goes a day without a terrorist incident on this earth. Has there been a day like that in the last 40 years? I do not believe there has. The Muslims have forever to get this done. They will slowly infiltrate. They will slowly cause us to come around. Instead of assimilating, instead of coming to America and assimilating, they will come to America and assimilate us into their way of life. Or they will destroy us. So get ready for the long haul. Be ready to fight the final battle. Whatever that takes, whatever that may have to mean. It's us against them. And it's not because that's the way we want it, it's because that's what they want. They're not going to stop, they're not going to give up until we give it to them so hard that they finally put down their AK-47s and stop sewing explosives in underwear. Stop all these nasty plots they got planned all over the place. Stop training zealots until that day happens. Not going to be by us being kind to them is weakness. Are they kind to each other in their own countries? No. All their countries are run by strongmen dictators. Every one of them. What do you learn from that? Maybe that's Obama's idea. He's going to become a strongman dictator here.